India's dismal record in T20Is against England continues as they lose yet another home series. Out of the 12 T20Is played at home, India have won just 3, whereas England have won a whopping 9. Welcome to another episode of The Outside View, where I'll take you through what happened in the India vs England T20I series. Let's start off by talking about the third T20I, in which England went with a 2-0 unassailable lead. So, it seemed like the tables were turned in this game, where England saw a batting collapse while batting first. But skipper Heather Knight's hard-fought 50 took England to a fighting 126. With the Indian bowlers coming out to play once again, Renuka Singh Thakur took the first 2 wickets in the power play yet again. And the WPL graduates Shriyanka Patil and Saika Isha showed exactly why they received their debut caps in this series. Both of them picked up 3 wickets apiece with very economical spells. Chasing a low score, the story was same for Team India, losing yet another early wicket of Shafali Verma, but this time around Smriti Mandhana and Jemimah Rodrigues were there to anchor the innings. Even though the runs were hard to come by, Mandhana and Rodrigues were finding it hard to rotate the strike. They did find a couple of boundaries and sixes here and there. But the England spinners had their say in this game too, with Charlie Dean getting rid of Jemimah Rodrigues and Sophie Ecclestone, who did go for a lot of runs in this match, got rid of Smriti Mandhana, who was at 48. But before the duo was dismissed, they did their job, adding a half-century partnership and taking India to a comfortable position. But it was Amanjot Kaur's cameo which won India the game, got them the much-needed consolation win before going into the one-off test. With the series ending 2-1, India would be really disappointed with the worsening home T20I record versus England. Even though the bowlers, especially the revamped spin attack and the returning Renuka Singh Thakur did impress with the ball, India would be a little worried about their batting. The batters would really need to step up if India is to win the one-off test match and the upcoming multi-format series versus Australia. Now let's talk about the star performers of this T20I series. First up is of course Nat Sewell-Brunt. She left her mark in Mumbai earlier this year in the WPL. She left her mark in the Ashes and she did the same here in the series too. 77 runs on the wicket of Mandhana in the first game, and even though she couldn't score a lot of runs in the second T20I, she did get the wicket of Harmanpreet Kaur. And it's pretty evident that England felt her absence in the third T20I yesterday and in the T20I series versus Sri Lanka earlier this year. The second star performer could well be the whole of England's spin attack of Sophie Ecclestone, Sarah Glenn and Charlie Dean. But Sophie Ecclestone in particular stood out in this series, with figures such as 3 for 15 in the first game, 2 for 13 in the second T20I, and even though she went for a lot of runs in the final match, she did pick up 2 important wickets. And the third star performer is from Team India, the returning Renuka Singh Thakur, who expectedly assumed the role of India's spearhead once again. She picked up 2 wickets in an over in the power play in both the first T20I and the second T20I. And even though her 2 wickets didn't come in the same over in the third T20I, she did pick them up in the power play yet again. And the WPL graduates, Shriyanka Patil and Saika Isha, do deserve a special shout out too, both picking up 5 wickets apiece in this series, which was their debut outing in India colours. Now that the T20I series has come to an end, India are prepping up for the one-off test which starts on 14 December, which is a major one for India as it's their first test since 2021 and the first home test match since 2014. And the likes of Jemimah Rodrigues, Renuka Singh Thakur, Saika Ishak and Tita Salu would be looking to make their potential test debuts too. And for England, they would be looking for a chance to make a bounce back from the Ashes test loss. So that's it from this episode of The Outside View. Let us know in the comments who do you think is winning the test match. And this is Nitin Singh signing on, but stay tuned with Women's CricZone as we'll bring you the test match straight from Navi Mumbai.